Hi guys, welcome back again for another unboxing. This is expansion number 3 for the game, The Shared Dream. Necrophobia expansion. Beautiful artwork on the box. Let's flip it over, see what it's got to say. Again, as all the other expansions, it requires a shared dream board game to play. Necrophobia expansion. The dead are rising out of their graves at the behest of an evil necromancer. Will you be able to stop the onslaught or become part of the undead horde? Necrophobia contains 3 new locations, 6 new companions, all new Necrophobia shared dream scenario, 6 zombie combat cards, 10 Necrophobia cards, 9 Shambler zombie standees, 3 player zombie combat cards, 24 personal reflection cards, 10 zombie miniatures, and 1 necromancer miniature. And of course, over 60 tokens. And has 11 miniatures. It's produced by Odam Publishing. In 2017 it came out. This scenario is for 2 to 4 players. Takes 75 to 120 minutes to play. And of course, ages 15 plus. And let's crack this bad boy open. As always, right off the bat, you've got a rule book. Rule book is only a couple pages. Again, that's a beautiful thing. We like to have when you have a nice compact rule book. Okay, title page, component list, new locations, the cathedral, the cemetery, the woods, companions, new enemies, bitter zombies, wretched zombies, shamblers, nightmare checks, the necromancer, infection tokens, bone shield, player zombie actions, bone shard tokens, wretched tokens, taint and disease, necrophobia specific locations, cathedral, unprotected cathedral, cemetery, the woods, and of course frequently asked questions or FAQs right here. Again, the other information. If you want more information about it, www.odampublishing.com. On Facebook and on Twitter. Check them out. You also could check out my other unboxing videos because we already talked about, if you pull this thing back here again, we already talked about the Crux collection. We talked about the Night Terrors. The next video I'm going to do is about the Wrath of Axatath. But right now we're focusing on this one, Necrophobia. So let's move on. New character card, Combat 7, Magic 10, Movement 1. The Necromancer. There it is. It says the Necromancer uses dark magic as a nemesis. After ending its turn, the Necromancer spawns a wretched zombie. The Necromancer ignores the cathedral's protection token. Walking onto the cathedral flips the token to unprotected. Bone shields. Each bone shield token reduces damage taken by 1. Beautiful cup. Beautiful artwork on the front. Nothing on the back as usual. All right. Your setup card. Objective, required locations, additional setup, starting disease, personal reflections, night phase, victory points. Okay. Tokens. Front, back. The standees they were talking about. More tokens. And even more tokens. Pop out very easily. And the great thing about these right here, as you can tell, when we did the unboxing for the original main core game, the artwork was only on the front. They must have watched the video and said, we better step up our game and add it to the back as well. So that makes all of us a happy camper. No one can complain now. That's only on one side, all right? And it goes back as easy as it came out. Okay. Bag of cubes. Put the figures last. Whenever you have cardboard cutouts, you need standees for them. There's a pack of them. Some new tiles, the woods, still nothing on the back, only on the front. So you got the woods, the cathedral, the woods, the cemetery, the cathedral again. So of course in this expansion it's the zombie apocalypse taking place in the shared dream world. Mini cards, dream fragments, necrophobia, companions. So let's look at the back of a couple of these cards. Okay. Symbolic chalice. Much like in your dream, you put down many undead, but this time you did it to fuel a powerful ritual. Successfully performing that ritual has gained you an artifact to ward off evil. Replace 3 bone shield tokens from the necromancer. You may not be turned into a zombie this turn. Companions. Ash. This disheveled, middle-aged anima reeks of booze. He seems just as likely to fight as to run away. +2 move, +1 magic, +1 combat. We got a Willie. Willie, this old voodoo shop worker with his unkempt gray beard studies you with his tired brown eyes before reluctantly agreeing to help. +2 magic, +1 combat, +1 damage. And grace. Those are your mini cards. Necrophobia, wretched zombie combat card. That's what it looks like. Combat 3, magic 0, movement. Special ability. Upon a successful attack, place 1 wretched token on the target card and remove the wretched zombie from play. The target then receives a bone shard token. Any player who defeats a wretched zombie receives a bone shard token. A biter zombie. Combat 2, magic 0, movement 2. Special ability. Upon successfully dealing damage, place 1 infection token on the target's card. Shambler. Special abilities. Shamblers possess no special abilities. The weakest type of zombie. Shamblers are barely held together by fragments of dark magic. And your shamblers are represented by these standees. Virulent zombie. Special ability. Upon successful attack, place 1 infection token and 1 wretched token on the target's card. Combat 5, magic 0, movement 3. So he's pretty tough in hand-to-hand combat. Wretched zombie. Combat 3, weaker than the one we just looked at. Magic 0, movement 2. Seems like all zombies move 2 spaces. So, upon a successful attack, place 1 wretched token on the target's card and remove the wretched zombie from play. The target then receives a bone shard token. Any player who defeats a wretched zombie receives a bone shard token. Biter zombie again. Shambler again. A bloater zombie. That's the big boy right there. Special ability. You may remove all remaining infection tokens to explode, dealing 3 damage to all players on your current space. So the bloater explodes. Alright. A savage zombie. Looks like the strongest with a combat rating of 6. Magic 0, movement 3. He can move the most and he fights the hardest. Special ability, you may move onto the cathedral even if the protection token is active. Okay, again, we talk about the personal reflections, cemetery, Alessandra's ability, the starting card. Okay, your reflection starts downtown. You wake up in your downtown apartment with a sense of unease about last night's dream. You've been around long enough and know it was one of those, the kind of dream where things start to come true. In this dream, you watched as fellow anima fought with an undead horde. Several of them attempted to strike down the cloaked figure leading them, but to no avail. All the while you stood in the distance, none of the creatures seemed to notice you. Perhaps it's best to stay out of the disturbance entirely. Checking your cell phone, you see 6 missed calls from the DCMA headquarters, and just as many voicemails. You know exactly where to go on a morning like this. Your reflection continues at the bottoms up bar, number 1. So, the world's going to hell in a handbag. You go to the bar. That's pretty funny. Street level, another starting card. Mirror, mirror. Bottoms up bar. High school, the woods. Again, you're using the tiles, the tokens, and all those things from the base game. The shared dream based game. You need to have that to play any of these expansions. Got the cathedral, downtown, cathedral, another starting card, voodoo shop, bottoms up bar, hospital, library, street, high school, cathedral, bottoms up bar, DCAA headquarters, the hospital, and of course the cathedral. And all of them have explanation of the scenario in there for you. Okay? Last but not least, let's take a look at the figures that we have here. And we got a bunch of them. The Necromancer. Zombies. That's one of the types. Another type. A lot of good detail. They're a little small, skinny, but they're cool. Oh. Well done. That's the guy I dropped. This guy looks like he's on a conga line dancing. But that's okay, he's pretty cool too. So it looks like you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these guys. Yo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the conga line looking guys. And 1 Necromancer figure. And that wraps up the Shared Dream Necrophobia expansion. Thank you for joining us today. Give us a like if you enjoyed this. And of course, be safe, be well, and be blessed.